boys and girls. Welcome to Pirate and Mermaids Week. Today, I'm going to show you how to make salt dough starfish. It's a very easy recipe. All you're going to need, well, some of your materials, you're going to need a mixing bowl, you're going to need a dry measuring cup, a baking sheet, a mixing spoon, a butter knife or a plastic knife will do, a pencil, some salt, some flour, and a little bit of water. And it's very easy, but you're also going to need a responsible adult with you also to help you. Because in this activity, you're going to need to use the oven. You can let these air dry, but it would take days and days. And if you're impatient like I am, you're going to want the results soon. So first we start out with a cup of flour. So 1 cup of flour, and I've already measured that out. And then you're going to do equal parts, which is 1 cup of salt. So I'm going to measure out 1 cup of salt. Now if you want to, you can double the recipe. This recipe will make anywhere from about 6 to 8 starfish if you make them thick. It'll make more if you make them a little bit thinner. So then I've got just a cup of salt. You add it to the mixture. And now I'm going to take a 1/2 cup of water. You just measure a 1/2 cup of liquid water, or water in a liquid measuring cup. And what you do is you pour just a wee bit at a time and mix. And then you add a little bit more and mix. You can dump it all in if you want to, but I found that it mixes better this way. And so now you mix it very well until the flour isn't quite so loose. And you'll see it starts making like a dough. And you're definitely going to want to have some paper towels nearby also, because once you're done mixing, see how this is getting kind of thick and hard to mix with the spoon? What you're going to do is use your hands. So you're going to get in there and mix this with your hands. This is the fun part. Now if you want to, you could add some food coloring to this, but I like to leave it natural because I'm going to show you how to add a little bit of color to it. And also at the end, you can actually even paint these. So what I'm going to do, you mix it to where it's a nice firm dough. All right. See, nice and squishy. And you take just a little bit of dough, and you're going to roll it. Now if it's sticky, you might want to add a little more flour to it and salt to make it not quite so sticky. And you can put some flour on your hands or on your baking sheet. So what you do is you take a little bit of dough and you're going to put it on your baking sheet like so. And then you're going to cut 5 segments. Now what you can do is I found that you can squish it down just a wee bit beforehand, like that, and you're going to cut 5. 1, and you're not going to cut all the way across, just sort of a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Kind of looks like a sand dollar a little bit, doesn't it? You can actually make a sand dollar with this also. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to just sort of squish down and make a point. We want to leave it thick in the middle there, because that's how starfish are. And we just make kind of a point, and you kind of squish it down and make the arms of the starfish like so, like that. And you'll find out how easy this is. It's really pretty simple, and then you'll get the hang of it and get real creative, and you can make different shapes. And I'm going to show you how I do that. So then now, what you have your starfish shape. You can take your pencil and you can make patterns in this. You can use your eraser and make big dimples in the middle of your starfish. You can take the pointer end, the lead, and make little holes, like so, just to give it some texture. or you can leave it without texture if you want. So there's one. We're going to do another one. And just a little bit goes a long way. And you roll it like so. And we're going to put this one down here and pat it out just a little bit. Now if you want thick starfish, really thick ones, you're going to not pat it down so much. And now we're going to cut our segments. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And again, you're going to stretch the dough out right here. This is the fun part. You get to just use your imagination. And I'm going to make these curl just a bit. Just like so. And see how that looks just a little bit different? And you can take your knife, your butter knife, the back side of it, or a toothpick, and let me fix this. And you can kind of put just lines if you wish. Any kind of pattern. You can maybe take the ridged end and do patterns with that also. Whatever you would like to do. Okay, so if you want to add a little bit of color and you happen to have some colored sand, which is a fun accent to this, you just take a teeny pinch, just a pinch, and you're going to sprinkle it just like so on top of your starfish. And if you don't have any, you know what you could do? You can add some food coloring to some salt and get pretty much the same thing. And we're using sand because these are not to eat. These are just for decoration. So here we have a few, but I'm going to show you what I did. So what you're going to do is when you're done putting all your starfish on your pan, you're going to ask your grown-up to set the stove or the oven to 300 degrees. I baked mine at 300 degrees for an hour. You may want to check on them. Mine are very thick, so it took mine an hour. If you make thin ones like this, it won't take so long. You just want to wait till they get firm. And so this is a sample. These are samples of the ones that I made at home. And I made a sand dollar. And this is one very much like the one I just shaped. And look how fun. See all the different patterns you can make? And this one I made a face. You can see how thick mine are. So you can also wait and not use an oven, but like I said, it's going to take days for these to harden, whatever you decide. So have fun making your starfish and have a great summer.